going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and I'm joined here by B.
B. Other side.
Oh, well, it's on one side of mine, the other side of yours. And B is on
B.
the table. B is on
B's on the
the table.
table.
It's on the table. Dang it. What did I say? Oh, I'm Dave Deathby, and right now we're going to be reviewing a movie called Stop That Train. Stop! Exclamation point. That exclamation point. Trains! Exclamation point. A comedy movie that has been released. That stars RuPaul and B. Take it away with the rest of the people who are in this movie, because I have no idea who these people are. These are the drag queens that are associated with RuPaul. This is a world I don't know much about. We'll get into more of how that affected my viewing. But B, take it away.
Okay, so we have actually a very stacked cast, not to be a drag. Haha, no, just kidding. So we have a lot of people who were, a lot of queens that were on RuPaul's Drag Race, if you're familiar with that. We have Brock Hayho, who played Amber, Simone, who played Ashley, Marty Latour, Juju B, Ginger Minge, Latrice Royale. Trying to see the one that played. It wasn't, no, that wasn't Latrice Royale that played Brenda, who was, and then of course we have RuPaul, who played the president of the United States.
Yes, and this movie also had many appearances by celebrities such as Raven Simone, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Joel McHale, what's the guy from Modern Family?
Whoa.
His name. Dang, I always know
that
his name
guy.
too.
But we also have Jerry O'Connell and Nicole Sullivan. We have Paul Shearer.
So a lot of people, basically, what we're saying is in this movie.
Right. You said Nicole Richie?
I didn't say Nicole Richie, but she was in there.
Chato was in there, if you're familiar with Chato.
I'm not. No.
Chato was one of the airport ladies in the control room.
Okay.
Not glasses, the other one.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, so StatCast, a lot of people in this. It was like I said, it's a comedy about a bunch of I guess train attendants, you will call them, right? Train attendants.
So yes, it follows the two BFFs.
What?
The two best friends, best train friends.
Okay, go ahead.
Dee Dee and Tess, played by Jujubee and Ginger Minge. As they're leaving, what was it called? Stank Ho trains or something like that.
Something smelly lines, stank lines, something like that. Something right. Like that.
So they were leaving that. Well, not really leaving voluntarily, but they kind of got that yellow car, that red car, got fired, and then it finds them on the focus of the film, which is the Glamazonian.
Yes, the Glamazonian. Yes, Glamazonian Express.
Yes, and you just kind of see all the hijinks that they have to go through.
Because they encounter while they're on the train. I got you. I got your back.
There you go.
Right? I got your back. All right, sit back. Watch them learn. All right. So, they while they're on the train, the Glamazonian Express, they of course, like we mentioned, they're pretty much posing as the Glamazonian train attendants. And during this time, they find out that they are actually heading straight into a storm known as the
Stormaganza.
Stormaganza, that's right, known as Stormaganza. And the Stormaganza is just a crazy, wild storm that can kill everybody. So what our main characters have to do is that they have to find a way to navigate the train through this Stormaganza and save everybody on the train. Meanwhile, the president, like we said, played by RuPaul, has to figure out how to do damage control, pretty much how to get the media and her followings and everything like that to trust her so that she can also help save the train. We already mentioned was in this movie. This is a movie that right off the bat is very, very, very. I would say actually this is the closest thing to Airplane. You remember no,
Yes,
that was the 80s film.
definitely.
Right? Airplane was 80s, right?
I believe so. It
I
wasn't
believe
the
so.
2000s,
So
but yeah, I believe it was the 80s. Airplane was in the 80s.
okay, so 80s parody movie or a comedy movie, however you want to say it, Airplane, in which there are, much like this movie, there's a crew of flight attendants, and here it's train attendants, who are pretty much trying to
Do damage control so that the passengers are still good and
right,
not and none the wiser of what's really going on
right.
outside of the train doors.
Right, and throughout Airplane, you get a lot of jokes, a lot of gags, a lot of really good comedy. And here in Stop That Train, it's really no different. Like I said, this is the closest we get to a legitimate spiritual successor of Airplane.
Yes.
To the point where I couldn't help but point out because some of the jokes were so like they were just like right there.
Similar.
It's yeah, so
It's
similar,
very
but they weren't.
deadpan.
Say that again.
Very deadpan, like right in your face. You if you don't you gotta get the joke because it's right there.
Yeah, it's definitely what goofy comedies like this used to be. And it was very fun to go on a throwback like this because for those of you who have been tuning into the channel, watching the reviews we've done, we've talked a lot about parody movies this year. We saw Scary Movie 6, which we will be talking about soon, but we have good things to say about it. I will say that. And the
Yes.
sea of negativity, we have good things to say about it. So we'll get there when we get there. But with Stop That Train, I thought that this was honestly one of the funniest movies I've seen out of all the parody movies, out of all the comedies that we've gone to the theaters and seen thus far. This was the funniest one, in my opinion, so far. I will say, and now I'm going to pass this off to B because I do have some things I want to say, and then I think B's view on this movie is definitely worth getting to. So that's why I'm going to get the fuck out the way. But there were a few things that about this movie that so number one, I like I said, and first of all, happy Pride Month. Okay, happy Pride Month to those who
Oh,
celebrate.
it sure is.
I do not watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
You're missing out.
It's not my bag. It's not my bag, man.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against the show. It's a show that exists. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing bad or good to say about the show. I have nothing to say about it. I don't watch it. I know RuPaul though. I know who RuPaul is. I am familiar with his acting capabilities and his comedic timing. I have seen him in many of things, and I have enjoyed those things I have seen RuPaul in. So he was definitely RuPaul was definitely a draw for me with this movie. All the other drag queens, though, I had no idea who they were. And respectfully, it took me a while to adjust. I had to adjust to the fact that these were drag queens on screen. And however you decide to interpret that, just know that there is no hatred. There's nothing. If it was hatred, if there was anything negative behind that, we wouldn't be reviewing it because I don't want to put. I don't do that. Okay. But I will say once I got adjusted to okay, this is what's on screen, okay, and take that however you want to. But like I said, I had to adjust to that because I don't partake in watching drag queens and everything like that. So this was a little different. But once I got into it, this was hilarious. And a lot of the jokes that started before I got adjusted were like I was sitting there cracking up. I laughed, I think from beginning to end. I laughed at this movie because of the jokes were very clever. And if you're somebody like me who had not gotten into is not into the whole drag queen and drag race things and stuff like that, I do think that you will have a good time with this movie. I think that everybody who watches this will have a good time with this movie. it is genuinely a funny movie. It is genuinely a very enjoyable movie. There are jokes in this movie that we'll get to talking to, or get to talking about rather. That there's one joke in particular that still has me laughing, just like to this
Oh
very
gosh,
moment. I
you're so
just thought about
childish.
it again.
Of all the jokes that was in that movie, that one has just stuck with you since we left the movie.
Because it was such a dumbass, and that's the thing. That's what I love the most about this. I had a lot of dumbass jokes, but like they were just hard hitting. They were heavy hitting. There was one, and I got so invested in the movie that there was one part. It was a line that was said, and the first thing I said was, "Wait." It was funny because I was like, "Wait, that had nothing to do with anything." But then I thought about it, and I said, "Oh, that was actually really clever, and I get it." And I'm kind of mad that I got it, but I got it, and I thought it was great. Like there was a lot of jokes, and as you kind of dive into the type of humor that's in the film, it's nothing like too outright. Like I say, it's nothing that's just like exclusive to drag queens or exclusive to the LGBT community. It's not exclusive to any group of people. It's very inclusive. So there's not just jokes that only the people who like this are gonna enjoy this. Only people who are like that are gonna enjoy this. No, it's everyone can enjoy these jokes. And I say this again because this is so much like Airplane. If you have seen Airplane and if you enjoyed Airplane, this is a movie for you. I feel like. Okay, I've talked to some people who said they didn't think it was that funny, and I was like, yeah, I don't know where, because maybe I am the person who just loves comedy. I love comedy first and foremost. I do, and as a comedy film, this was great. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna. Uh, I had to figure
Yeah,
out
yeah,
where I was going to
spike it.
swing
Just
because I
spike
swing
it.
the ball
Spike
this
it.
way,
Just spike
but
it.
I was going this way. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and spike the ball over here to B.
There
B,
you
go
go.
ahead, take over.
So yes, this is definitely an inclusive film that for anybody that can watch it. There are some terms that maybe you should be abreast of, like, if someone's going to read you, you should know what that means. And I think that's where Dave in particular was finally starting to understand the humor. Not understand the humor, but he's like, oh, wait, that was intentional of whatever they were saying to them. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there were
Because the line, no, because the line comes out of nowhere. Because like,
but it didn't come out of nowhere. It was actually set up before the cutscene, but you had to understand
no, no, no.
where.
I'm talking about the reading is fundamental joke.
Oh,
Yeah, because
that
not
show.
even you didn't get that one, and I thought I was like, oh no, because he read it.
Child.
That was funny. That was really funny. Okay, go ahead, proceed, continue.
So, there were like a lot of gags in there, and
Gag.
similar, like President Gagwell, but
President Gagswell.
so one of the jokes that's kind of like a running thing from like movies like that is has to do with coffee. Like if you remember with Naked Gun, that was one of the gags that was in there. It was just like they just kept asking for coffee and the cups just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of the characters, that's her thing. She just keeps asking for coffee to the point where it just like takes over her space.
Well, then that's not even the best part about it, though. The best part about that one to me, oh, Rachel Bloom. Rachel Bloom is also in this movie. And this is actually Rachel Bloom's character that does this too. She has like this thing where she's putting a bunch of sugar in her cup, and so I should put like the little packets
No, this is
and
not the
pour
same
sugar in her.
character.
That was the same character.
No, no, no. I'm talking about uh what's her name on the train. It wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on.
Well, just proceed.
Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie. Her character.
Oh, I didn't even know Nicole Richie was in this
See,
movie.
that was the little things that you have to, the little parts of the movie that you gotta like actually not really pay attention to, but that's one of the gags that was in the movie
Mm-hmm.
was. She
Gagged.
uh she gets she gets on the train. This is a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen it. I'm sorry, but
Oh, and she was on the phone the whole time.
yes, and she gets on the train. She already has coffee, and she's like, "Where's my coffee?" And then she's just
I didn't even
surrounded by cups.
that.
Exactly.
Okay. Proceed.
But it's just little. There's little stories within the main story of just comedic stuff that happens. One of them has to do with a redhead, which Dave cracked up at. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
When he said, "Oh, you're seated right next to the redhead."
Oh, the but there are ridiculous things in the movie, and because there's a couple jokes that have to do with a doll, and I won't
Yes.
expound upon that any farther. But there's a couple of things that have to do with doll, and they don't. One of the things I can appreciate about this movie is that even when it has, even when it's reasonable for it to go over the top with certain jokes, it actually holds back. And what this movie has that a lot of the parody movies, that some of the parody movies had missed, is and also what I think makes parody movies great, or comedies like this great, is that you have a plot, and you have,
Hmm.
whether you make fun of that plot that you have, or you play that part of the plot straightforward and everything else around it is just wacky and insane. That's up to the writers. But this one, it plays that plot, that basic plot of two best friends who just want to be,
Train attendants
yeah, who just want to be really good train attendants and fit
and
in,
travel the
right?
world and see certain stuff. Four gay guys on a mountain.
And so just the things like that, and even their dynamic. First of all, shout out to, who was it, Jujubee, and what was the other one?
Ginger Minge.
And Ginger Minge. Shout out to them, because part of what I was expecting going into this was for some of the acting to be terrible. Okay, I was like, okay, it's probably only going to carry them but so far, and the acting's probably not going to be that great, but it's a comedy, so it doesn't need to be great. I I was thoroughly surprised at the fact that from the first scene, I found myself invested in these characters. They were easy to connect to. They had such depth to them, which is kind of weird to say because it's such a goofy ass comedy. But with all the silly things that they did, there was a lot of depth to each character. Each character had their own motivation, but then as a team, you can see that how well they function together. And then when it's time for them to function individually, you can see how well they function individually and how they interact with and bounce off of the other characters constantly. And that goes for all of the actors and actresses in the movie. That
Right.
goes for every part of the cast. They were able to work and play off of each other very, very well. Because there was one in particular that I thought was going to be like, "Yo, you about to be the worst part of the movie from the minute they stepped on screen," and I'll be damned. It was one of the other Glamazon train attendants. All
Was
right,
it
I
Ashley?
was going to say I want you to guess which one it was, but you did. I thought Ashley was going to be the worst
No.
acting, but I'm not going to hold you. Ashley arguably had some of the best lines out of that group. Out of
Ashley?
that group. Out of that group. No, no, actually, no, I take that back. But Ashley did actually had one of the best line readings of that group. It was
Okay.
something that, and if I remember what it was, I'd say it. But it was one line in particular that Ashley said. No, it was two of them actually. And the way that Ashley said those lines,
Mm.
it was comedy gold. Comedy gold. It was perfect timing, perfect delivery. It was like it was good. It was just essentially this is a very well acted film. I can say
Definitely.
very well acted. The way they treated Sarah Michelle Gellar in this movie,
Oh, was
hilarious.
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 Hilarious. And the
That's
setup for it was just like it
best
was
running gag of the whole film. Best running gag of the whole film. Um, I don't know what else. What else can we say about this?
uh I don't know. There are a lot of running gags in the film, kinda.
Mhm.
Oh, it has a great musical number. A couple of them, if you know you like musical numbers. Uh, I mean, overall, I guess this movie is like a comedy, but there's some friendship, there's some loyalty tests, there's relationship type tests.
Mhm.
Uh, just I don't know. Just overall, it was just overall for me. It was a really good movie. I'm not gonna lie, I smiled from the time that they came on stage and I read the name of the airline until the end of the movie. With in between laughing, I was just smiling.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it is definitely a movie that I can see like in you know another like 5-10 years. It's something that people give more attention to and people hold in a different regard. I have always been somebody who champions each marginalized community being able to create their own products, their own movies, their own forms of entertainment. Just because if nobody else gives you the chance, you got to take the chance. And
Exactly.
I think that I would love to see, honestly and truthfully, and I say this wholeheartedly, I would love to see this entire cast in any type of movie moving forward. I would love to. It would be my honor to watch this cast act in something again. Um I preferably a comedy because they are comedically they're great. They're great. But they have all gotten a new fan from me. Okay?
Well,
Like
RuPaul has been acting for
well,
forever.
no, well, minus RuPaul because RuPaul has always had my respect. RuPaul has always had my respect because I don't care what a person is as an actor. I don't
Hmm.
care what their lifestyle, as long as it's not harmful to people, right? As long as it's not harmful to people, I don't care what you do with your life as an actor, as long as it's not harmful. Um, I can always appreciate good talent. Okay,
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and not watch somebody's stuff or listen to somebody's stuff because their lifestyle is different than mine, or because they, dress different than me, or because whatever the case may be, right? So I'm not your politics have nothing to do with me unless it's harmful. Unless it's harmful to people. That's when I have to decide whether or not I'm gonna engage with your product. But if it's not harmful to people, it's not hurting nobody, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you're good, if I feel like you're good at what you do as an actor and as a talent, I'm gonna fucking rock with it. And that's how I've always felt about RuPaul. Like RuPaul is RuPaul. I'm not gonna label him as anything. RuPaul is fucking RuPaul. Okay, like he's RuPaul. RuPaul's fucking RuPaul.
Yeah.
Like,
And
like what am I gonna say about RuPaul?
with the work that he has put in from what from the 80s.
I don't know how long RuPaul's been around. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you nothing about his legacy. I just know I seen the man. Like I seen RuPaul, and I know who he is. Like that's like Billy. What's Billy Porter? The other.
Yeah, like I don't know how
Yeah,
long Billy Porter's been
I
acting,
have
but
zero problem with Billy Porter. Billy Porter is one of the funniest people, one of the greatest talents. He has an amazing voice. RuPaul has an amazing singing voice as well. Well, not amazing, but it's a good one. You know what I'm saying? But I rock with it. But yeah, but I say in all that, I say all that to really say because I know that this is a movie that can easily be stigmatized as, oh, that's that gay movie. You know, when I watch it because it's gay or whatever the case may be. Um,
and mind you, they are not gay. Okay, they can get pregnant.
yeah. What?
Okay, they have pregnancy issues and everything. Okay.
I don't. I. I look. I'm speaking of the movie. Like this is it's a comedy, and if you enjoy comedy and you just want to watch a silly ass movie, this is one to watch. This is just not gonna change you into anything or whatever the fucking weird shit that some of you people think sometimes. I don't fucking know, but it's a movie, and I like comedy, and it's great. It's fantastic. Um, I thought to myself, and I told you this too, B. I said, do I think that this movie, like, if this was just a traditionally cast movie, and by traditionally cast, I mean you cast your, your fucking a Zendaya or a fucking
Why did I know you was gonna say Zendaya?
fucking Melissa McCarthy and John Hamm or some shit like that, Chris Rock. You cast those people in this movie. Does this movie still work as good as it does? No. I will say that no. I thought about that while I was watching the movie. I was like, dang. I was like, well, what if you put just your
You can't.
everyday big blockbuster name actor into this film? Would this work? And it would still carry itself well, but it doesn't carry itself as well as it does when it's acted and it has the performers that it does. It's the performers that make this film.
Right. And that
You
was
know,
they giving that to us straight. Now, give it to me.
I don't know how to do that. Oh my gosh.
Girl.
They had jokes like that, like give it to me straight. Give it to me gay. And a boy
Girl.
gay. Say it again. Now say it in Mandarin. I say it in Chinese. They had stupid ass jokes like that. Gosh, yeah. This. I mean, I don't know. B, you have. My thing is, I want to encourage people who typically will look at this film and say, I don't know if that's for me. I do want to encourage people who say that to actually give this film a chance. Maybe not in theaters. If you don't want to watch it in theaters, I understand. But whenever it pops up on streaming, you see it around there, stop that train. Oh my gosh, give it a chance. Give it a chance.
If you're a fan of parody movies, definitely give it a chance, regardless of the cast.
Yeah, regardless of the cast. Like, I'm trying to like not address a certain point that I think could be worth addressing, but
we're not gonna pass judgment on what could or couldn't be an issue on what to watch. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Watch
it. Watch it. Definitely give it a watch. Shout out RuPaul. Shout out the entire cast of this film. Shout out Sarah Michelle Gellar for taking all the verbal abuse they gave her in this movie.
Yes. Yo.
No, that shit was funny. But yeah, I don't I don't know. What else? You got anything else to say, Beyonce? Keep rolling the ball back to you.
No, I mean, as RuPaul would say, just if you're gonna go see it, just don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like you're trying to find ways to quote the movie, and you're doing it in the most unnatural ways possible.
I know. Now, who would have known that if you didn't say anything?
Everybody.
You.
Listen, do you read me?
Would you like me to?
Because, honey. Yo, and shout out, who was the character that kept changing jobs, yo? The fuck was that character's name?
Was it Belinda?
No. It was something else. I don't know, but there's a character in this movie that's like changes like jobs like constantly throughout the movie. Funniest fucking character, like top 2 funniest characters in the movie. Yeah, there's a lot of great jokes in here. Like
Barbara.
I said, a lot of Barbara. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Barbara was the name. Barbara's a hilarious character. There's a lot of hilarious characters, a lot of funny moments in this film. I mean, it's just like you said, like if you enjoy Airplane, check it out. If you enjoy goofy parody like comedies, check it out. If you're a fan of the RuPaul's Drag Race, all those things related to that, check it out. This is definitely a really good movie, and I do hope that this has an audience. I do hope that
Mhm.
there have been. I do hope that people have been going out to see. As a matter of fact, let me see. Do I have any box office information on this? Do we have box office information on this?
Let me see. Oh, no, nobody's paying for it.
Um, no box office info.
Hold on, I'm looking now.
Um, I don't even have it. Oh, okay. All right, I got it. I got you. So this
Okay.
was made on a budget of 12.8 million. So far, it has 3 million. So
Yep.
I mean, it's obviously not off to a great start. I don't think they expected it to be off to a great start though. It was. I don't think it was like really promoted a certain way. I don't know. I don't have cable, so I don't know what commercials air on you guys' time, but
I don't think it was promoted as well either.
I mean, it's a very low key. I mean, it comes from a smaller studio as well. Bleecker Street. It's a smaller studio. They do their own thing. So, shout out to
Hmm.
them. It did come out June 12th, so it came out, just last weekend. Um,
It's got an
critically,
85% on Rotten
yep,
Tomatoes.
85% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.4 out of 10 IMDb. B, what are you giving this for a rating?
Out of 5, I would give
Mm-hmm.
this a 4.8.
Okay. Okay.
No, I really
Um,
enjoyed this movie.
Is there anything that you didn't like about this movie?
Um, I think some of the gags were a little rushed. Uh, that's really all it. That's really it. Some of the jokes and stuff were a little rushed,
Okay.
but that's about it.
Okay. I gotta be right there with you. I think I also give it about a 4.8. Um it was good. I don't have anything that I didn't like about the movie. I think I liked everything about it. Um yeah, I think I liked everything about it. I don't think that I mean it was only 90 minutes long. So like
It felt
um
so much longer.
well, first time viewing type shit, you don't know what's going on, twists and turns. Um But yeah, I don't know. Like it didn't overstay its welcome. It got in, did what it needed to do, and got out. So
Right.
yeah, I give it 4.8. I enjoyed it. It was very funny. Um, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a good bit. So also the voice of Jerry from Rick and Morty. I always forget his name until I don't have to remember his name, and then like his name just pops up in my head. Um, what is his name? Chris Parnell. Chris Parnell is also in this, does an amazing performance. I loved it. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah, is that it? That's all we got.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We went on this a little we were on this train a little longer than I expected, but hey, it happens. If you
Didn't
enjoyed
crash though.
if you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. You already subscribe. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Um, Make sure over on Facebook that you tune into the BrickWall anime reviews. They have made a resurgence. So make sure you guys support that over there. Make sure you guys support the TikTok. We have a lot of videos going on over there. This is going to be a really heavy summer. We got a lot of reviews coming out. Best way to keep up is to subscribe because we'll be all over the place. TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube, all that good stuff. Don't ask me why I wave my arms like that.
Are you
And
flying in an airplane?
I was, but yeah, that's it. Check out if you get the chance, check out Stop That Train, now playing in theaters. And until next time, y'all, be easy, stay breezy. Peace.